This is Dhala Bhatta, 90 days duration variety, and this is Mugajai, which tolerates rattoning, and you can also harvest it for 2 times from the same crop. These are all varieties which grow in highlands and uplands. There are some varieties like Kujipatali, then Sunnapani, Jalendri, Samudra Lahari, Bedadhan, Jalkamini, Rahas Panjar, etc., which tolerate water stagnation for a longer time. Out of 90 acres, we have only 2 acres of paddy land and half an acre of land dedicated to vegetables, growing vegetables, and rest is tree species including the fruits like mango, lychee, chiku, jackfruit, coconut, lemon, and many others. In 2018 Kharif, we cultivated 497 varieties, all indigenous varieties of rice in SRI method. Since we have conserved the forest in the upper side, and then in the water harvesting structures, the water comes like a spring in the paddy fields, so that you do not have to irrigate the field separately unless there is a very emergency situation. We took a lot of soil and water conservation measures. Besides planting, we also protected whatever plants were coming up on their own. So, that is how they could arrest the soil erosion. We used specific species like bamboo, and then the sabai grass, hill brooms for arresting the topsoil, and we also planted a lot of leguminous plants which could fix nitrogen in the soil. And mulching was another important thing we did. So, the reason is that below the mulch material, white ants, many other insects, they burrowed, made holes, and water was percolating inside, and also the soil improved in the meantime. We provide seeds only to those who are interested. We have started a small initiative called Adopt a Seed. Like people adopt babies, boys or girls. We also call for seed adoption. So, anyone can adopt a variety. there are two ways of conservation. One is centralized conservation, like in one place you conserve many varieties, and the other thing is decentralized conservation. So all these varieties we have collected from different farmers fields. So why it should not go to the farmers fields again, may not be the same farmers but to different farmers, and that's how many people will get engaged in that. So people take oath that they will conserve the seed, that variety, particular variety, as long as they can, and they also share with others.
संभवरू 500 धान आनिथिलु 500 धान रोइला को सी 3 बस्ता धान हला 3 बस्ता धान आद्य हेबारु लोक माने आग्रह होई धान आद्य होउची बेली ढेप जागा को भल होउची बेली सबु से बिहन नेले नेगिरी एबे 80% लोक करिचिति से धान.
Most important thing is in context of climate change, particularly the indigenous varieties have experienced various climatic conditions and various climatic challenges over the years. Because for many years when people cultivate it, they might have experienced drought, flood, water stagnation, storm and all these things. Still so many varieties are still there.
Ever since the Green Revolution, the focus of all our public laboratories has been on increasing yield. And farmers wanting also, you can't blame them for this, they want to maximize their profits. They've also gone in for hybrid seeds. But then what happens when you have something like the real calamity of climate change?
फाइलिन 2013 मसीह भी होती हुडु हुडु होती किंतु सेते बेले पाखापाखि 365 प्रकार धान होची हम पाखरे ए 2 एकर जमीन आम चाष करथिलु ता सत्ते मध्य आम जमी रे 34 प्रकार बिहन पूरा सेमती छिडा हेतिला जोटा कि माने तळे लजिंग हे नथिला. तो आमको लगुच कि गाँव में जिते चाषी मैंने गोटे भेराइट हूँ चाष कर सेमती न करिकी जिते चाषी समस्ते गोटे गोटे भेराइट जदि चाष करेंगे निज जमी ताले यही समस्या से रक्षा पाई पारे.
देशी धानटा आम पानी जब कमिगले जहाँ टे बतर रही सी हो जाऊँगी आ पोजा धानटा सी बतर न रही सी फाटीगले सी सब भूई फाटीज फाटीगले पा सुखीगले सी मरी मरी जाऊँगी किंतु से सार सार न पके बोले सार न पकेले सी किसी आद्य होनी किंतु सार पड़ुची आम देशी धानटा यहाँ बिना सार भल यहाँ आम आद्य हो
बेरहा माकड़ एरा खावाई टे विशेष आघ्रे खाऊनी हेती आ मोटा धान कले आघ्रे खाऊचती बेली ये धान बहुत करुचती आ.
कला चाउलर विभिन्न प्रकार बिहन भी जमती कलावती है बर्मा ब्लैक है चखाऊ है एमती विभिन्न प्रकार कला चाउलर किसम सब रही. तो एमती जब विभिन्न प्रकार चाउलटा हूँ आम खाइबार व्यवहार करवा ताल आम खाद्य सार जो न्यूट्रिशन कथा कहे तो छुआ मैंने गर्भवती महिला मान जो खाद्य सारटा अभाव रहे शरीर में सेटा भी भरणा हो पार. We think about our food, that's a tiny grain of rice. We forget about the food for the cows. So the plants when they grow taller and healthier, and they also provide food to the animals. And the root system is good, and so that also provide food to the soil. When you grow just one kind of crop, you tend to eat that only, overeating of that. But it's you get many different types of crops at different seasons. So this system is nutritionally better, nutrition wise better, and also when you save your own seeds from different crops, you don't go to buy them. It's seed sovereignty that is addressed, and you get something or the other to eat throughout the year. So food security is addressed much better when you have a very diverse system.
in the last 40 years, there's been a major threat to our farmers from both the government, research laboratories, all focusing on hybrid varieties, higher yield, and the multinationals who then went into GM technology, genetic engineering. All this has cut at the very root of our farming practices.